Creating and referencing construction entities such as mate connectors adds both intelligence and resiliency to your designs. In this release of Onshape, the creation of mate connectors can now directly reference other mate connectors, adding to this robustness. This capability is not just available in part studios, but also in assemblies as well. This can make it easier to bring deeply nested mate connectors to the current assembly level and can also provide a more convenient reference for your mates. This can also simplify the complexity of your mate strategies and reduce the need for other reference geometry such as planes and layout sketches. Ultimately, this will allow you to focus on more important aspects of your design and less time worrying about reference and layout geometry.
Now, in model-based definition, a filter appears to quickly and easily understand the different types of dimensional elements you have in your Onshape Part Studio. This really helps understand how to set up your inspection plan because now you can set up your tooling based on the types of dimensions. Markdown rendering is now supported with AI Advisor, which provides you with a much more clear way of understanding the resultant answers. In fact, asking specifically for information in tables or in Markdown format will yield better results. Here, I am going to ask Onshape to give me a list of how to get started with release management.
Maintaining clean, readable drawings often means strategic placement of annotations. Onshape simplifies this process in this release with the introduction of haloing around annotations that overlap hatching. This ensures that as annotations that cross over or are placed on hatched geometry are clearly and easily legible. This makes detailing your complex section parts and assemblies simpler and easier to understand by others.
In PCB Studio, you now have the ability to suppress holes on your circuit board, whether it be one of them or all of them. Doing this will create a board without any of the drilled holes appearing in the solid model. They'll just be here as a decal because this is from Altium 365. If you do want to get the holes back, I can unsuppress them in PCB Studio, and when you do update the assembly representation, they'll be back with full representations and details.
CAM creation and editing in Onshape now feels much more familiar. Dialogs for creating jobs, creating setups, and creating work planes now aligns with the Onshape feature dialog experience. CAM features are only committed when you're ready. Nothing is saved until you accept, and the button stays disabled until the required inputs have been defined. It's a cleaner, more focused CAM experience with less chance of invalid setups.
Render Studio Advanced now has explicit lights, position, direction, shape, distribution, all under your control, alongside whatever the environment is already doing. Here's what it gets to. Lights live in the scene list under their own group between projectors and transforms. To add one, use the light icon and the toolbar opens this dialog that we're looking at right here. The first decision is what shape you want. Here we have a sphere, but we can use discs, points, and flat rectangular surfaces, just like you would see in a professional photo studio. We can also adjust the distribution of the lighting. In this case, setting it as a diffuse parameter, setting the light intensity and the color temperature right here. We can even change the color specifically to apply a gel to this light. All right, let's just cancel that and go back to the original setup here. We can hide and show these things. Let's add a brand new one. We'll add a disc over the top of this car. We'll set it as a spotlight this time, adjusting the cutoff angle and fall off. And we can also establish a uniform light emission intensity right here and adjust it with a slider with an on-screen manipulator, which can be rotated right into position. You'll feel just like a photographer in a studio when doing this. All right, let's really make this bright and take a look at it. Of course, we can turn the display off of these actual light artifacts so they don't show in the render. One more light here for the headlights. We'll use a disk value for the lamp, set it to the diameter of the actual lens itself. But this time we have IES data established on this. A file can be downloaded from different lighting manufacturers, and you can apply a very specific IES profile from many different vendor websites or this clearinghouse website that I'm going to here, IES library. So here is the final rendered result. Take a look at that. Looks great.
The latest release expands Onshape's URDF export with richer robotics-ready output, including frames and tool center points, cleaner joint definitions with limits, and consistent naming. Further to this, when exporting meshes as STL or GLTF, you can now dial in tessellation quality, providing more simulator-friendly meshes, making it easier to move from CAD to simulation and control.
Enterprise Analytics has received a facelift in this release of Onshape, with a new platform powering it, which provides better performance as well as more clear information. You can also sort and filter just like you could before, schedule reports, and filter on information further by selecting values like this, by team in this case, or directly on the charts. You can still export this information via CSV and PDF as well.